A very good evening. Tributes have been paid to a grandmother who was killed in a hit-and-run accident at Christmas. It happened on Christmas Eve at Pulham MJary in Norfolk. Police are searching for a driver who they believe was involved.
67-year-old Catherine Aldridge was knocked over as she walked to a Christmas Eve service at her local church. The incident happened at North Green Road at the junction with Norwich Road in Pulham MJary.
She loved this church. She loved the crib service, which she was coming to, which she didn't attend. What she had done, as you see behind me, she had decorated that font. She was a lovely lady. She had a beatific smile, and it was the smile radiated from the whole of her body. She was as I say, a lovely lady, and will be missed tremendously.
Catherine Aldridge suffered serious head injuries and was taken to Norfolk and Norwich Hospital. She died on Christmas Day. She leaves a husband, 2 daughters and a grandchild. Norfolk police are looking for a small red vehicle which may have a broken rear window. They also want to trace a beige light-coloured saloon car which might have witnessed the incident. Dawn Gerber, BBC Look East, Pulham MJary.
Police in Bedfordshire are searching for a driver who disappeared after a crash which left a 22-year-old passenger dead. The car hit a tree in Dunstable late last night. Another passenger is in hospital with serious head injuries. Police believe the driver may need medical treatment. Police are still awaiting the outcome of a post-mortem after a 6-year-old collapsed and died at a children's activity centre in Northampton. The little girl had been playing at Berserk yesterday lunchtime. Her death isn't being treated as suspicious. In 2002, the centre was told by a coroner to improve after a 10-year-old boy choked and died at his own birthday party. Advice groups in the region say that they're being inundated with requests for help from people who are losing disability benefits. They say the latest shake-up in benefit laws is leaving many people in real hardship.
Janet Miller from Sudbury in Suffolk can't imagine any employer wanting to take her on. She suffered a fall at work 6 years ago. She can't stand or sit for very long because of the injuries to her spine. But now she's lost her industrial injuries disablement benefit.
I went for a medical and lifted my leg without saying ouch, I presume, and they've stopped it. £108 a month I used to get. And then I was offered £2 a week income support to cover that. And I can't pay my rent.
She's just one of the many claimants who are undergoing fresh assessments. The aim of the government, to get those who can work back to work. Now the region's Citizens Advice Bureau have been swamped with appeals for help. Welfare rights advisors say many are suffering unjustified hardship.
That's put a huge amount of pressure on our team. It certainly accounts for a large amount of our workload, that people with disabilities and long-term ill health problems are coming to us because they're pressurised into seeking employment and losing their disability-related benefits.
There's no way out. I can't get a job. I'm unemployable. I want to work, but I can't work. So I'm stuffed, basically.
Janet Miller is awaiting the final outcome of her appeal. John Cranston, BBC Look East.
A hospice in Luton says it's lost around £35,000 this Christmas because of the bad weather. Keach Hospice Cottage says its fundraising float couldn't go out because of the snow. Takings are also down at its charity shops.
Providing palliative care is an expensive business, but the recent adverse weather conditions have hampered fundraising efforts here at the Keach Hospice in Luton. Santa and his Smiley Sam train usually tour the local supermarkets and residential areas, but the freezing conditions meant it was unsafe, and managers are now estimating a £35,000 shortfall in this year's budget.
Running the hospice costs us more than £100,000 every week. So that losing £35,000 in these few days before Christmas, that means that we've got 2 or 3 days of funding that will be taken from our reserves.
The hospice is now asking for the public's help with donations so it can continue to offer its patients a better quality of life.
Right, on to football, quite a lot to get through. A great win for Ipswich this afternoon in the Championship. They won 3-0 at home against QPR. John Walters took the first goal just 4 minutes in, and John Stead knocked 2 more past the post in the second half. Elsewhere in the Championship, Peterborough were 4-0 down at half-time at Cardiff, but fought back to draw 4-4. In League One, Colchester beat Southampton 2-1 at home. MK Dons lost 1-0 away at Huddersfield, and Southend came away from Leyton Orient with a 2-1 win. Norwich's match at Walsall has been postponed because of a frozen pitch. And in League Two, Northampton drew 0-0 away at Barnet. Now, it's been a great year for the region's wildlife, according to the National Trust. Trust experts say that animals struggled with the wet summers of 2007 and 2008, but a more traditional 2009 with a cold winter followed by a dry summer has allowed many species to recover. Let's take a look at the weather with Julie, who I think thrives in every single climate, Jules.
Oh, bless you.
Thanks very much indeed. That's it from me and Julie. I'll be back with a late update at 10:45. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.